I loaned my roommate money, and the next day I realized I was never getting it back. I'd been friends with Devin since sophomore year of college. We'd lived together for 2 years, split everything fairly, never had issues with money. So when he knocked on my door one Tuesday night looking stressed, I didn't think twice. He said his car payment was due and his paycheck got delayed by some payroll error at work. Asked if he could borrow $800 just until Friday. I pulled out my phone and Venmo'd him immediately. He thanked me, said he'd pay me back the second his check cleared, then went to his room. I woke up the next morning to 47 Instagram story notifications, all from Devin. I opened the first one and my stomach dropped. He was at a casino, sitting at a roulette table with a bottle of champagne and an ice bucket next to him. The next story showed him throwing down chips while someone filmed. Let's see if we can double this 800. Baby! He yelled at the camera. My 800, my rent money that I'd given him without question. I screenshot every single story and waited in the kitchen. He came home around 3 a.m., stumbling slightly, still in his casino clothes. I was sitting at the table with my phone face up, showing the screenshots. He saw them and didn't even look guilty. Just shrugged and opened the fridge. Relax, I'm up like $200 right now. I stood up. Cash out and give me my money back. He laughed and grabbed a beer. You don't understand gambling. I'm on a streak. I told him I understood he'd lied to me and stolen my rent money. He rolled his eyes. Borrowed, not stolen. And I'll pay you back plus interest once I'm done. I asked when that would be. He didn't answer. Just walked to his room and closed the door. The next night he came home completely silent. Didn't turn on any lights. Went straight to his room. I checked my phone and saw he'd posted on his Venmo 6 different payment requests to mutual friends, all for $50 with the caption, emergency. Every single one had been declined. I knocked on his door. Devin, where's my money? No response. I knocked harder. Finally, through the door. I lost it. All of it. I'm sorry. I asked how much he'd lost total. Long silence. Then, including yours? About 3 grand. My jaw dropped. You owed other people money too? His voice cracked. I was trying to win back what I already owed them. That's why I needed yours. I told him he had 48 hours to figure it out, or I was telling everyone. His parents, his girlfriend, our entire friend group. The door opened. His eyes were red and swollen. My girlfriend already knows. She left me this morning. He was shaking. My parents cut me off 6 months ago for this exact reason. He pulled out his phone and showed me his bank account. Negative $1,340. He swiped to his credit card. All maxed out. I have a problem. I know that now. I looked at him and felt nothing. No sympathy. No anger. Just emptiness. This person I'd trusted completely had looked me in the eye and lied. Not just lied, but weaponized our friendship to feed an addiction. I told him I was moving out. He started crying and begging me not to. Said he'd get help. Join Gamblers Anonymous. Do whatever it took. I told him he should have done that before stealing from his friends. I moved out 2 weeks later. Filed small claims court the same day I signed my new lease. The court date was 6 weeks out. Devin didn't show up. Instead, his mom walked in looking exhausted and furious. She sat down next to me in the gallery, pulled out a checkbook. How much does he owe you? I told her $800. She wrote the check for $1,000. The extra is for your trouble. She handed it to me and her hands were shaking. This is the last time I'm cleaning up his mess. She looked at me with tears in her eyes. He's my son and I love him, but I'm done enabling this. The judge called the case. Devin's mom stood up and told him she'd paid the debt in full. The judge dismissed it and gave her some resources for families of addicts. She thanked him and walked out without looking at me again. Devin texted me last month, said he'd been in therapy and wanted to reconnect. I read the message and